a very good morning to all our viewers watching News X. I'm Kriti Mehta. We now start with the latest on the Israel-Iran war. As the war enters now day 7, tensions escalate across the Middle East as Iran launches a fresh missile attacks targeting Israel and U.S. bases in the region. Israel intercepted several incoming strikes and carried out retaliatory attacks on Hezbollah positions in Lebanon, where at least 8 people are reported killed. Casualties continue to rise, with more than 1,000 reported dead in Iran and dozens killed in Israel and Lebanon. Tehran remains under heavy bombardment, while the United Nations says tens of thousands have fled the capital. Meanwhile, in Washington, Senate Republicans have blocked an effort to limit the war powers of Donald Trump. The conflict is also disrupting global trade, with missile threats around the Strait of Hormuz pushing oil prices higher and forcing major shipping companies to suspend routes. In fact, some breaking news now coming in. U.S. Central Command says American forces are intensifying operations against Iran's naval assets. In a post on social media, the command says U.S. forces struck an Iranian drone carrier earlier today. The vessel, roughly the size of a World War II aircraft carrier, is now reportedly on fire. The statement adds that U.S. forces are continuing their mission to target Iran's naval capabilities. Joining me now for this discussion is retired Colonel T.P. Tyagi, who's a defense expert. I'm also now joined in by Sanjeev Srivastava, who's a foreign affairs expert. I want to come to you first. Mr. Srivastava, firstly, how long do you see the war getting prolonged from here?
Very good morning to you. Good morning to all the viewers. You know, in my assessment, this war might continue for next few days or weeks also. And as if you look at the assessments of United States of America, which is conducting this major and massive operation, earlier President Trump was of the view that it could long their operation for 4 weeks. But now some reports are suggesting that they have this assessment of taking it to 8 weeks too. And United States of America and Israel both are jointly conducting this operation, and their main goal obviously to degrade the remaining capabilities, military capabilities of the Iranian Islamic regime, and in particular IRGC, and wherever they have some vital assets, they are being degraded and destroyed. As you just mentioned about a ship which is now on fire, and that has been targeted by United States of America and its Air Force. And I think such kind of operation will continue in days and weeks ahead. And in my assessment, this will be responded by Iranian Islamic regime. The IRGC is carrying out missile strikes here and there, but intensity of those strikes might get lessened as time passes and as their credibility gets degraded substantially. So in my assessment, this kind of situation, the tense situation, the intense situation might continue for days to weeks time. And in my assessment, that will certainly create a kind of a volatile situation for oil market in particular, and the energy supply chains all over the world. And the Strait of Hormuz, though U.S. is operating out there too, and if there is a attempt to put a severe blockade there, then that will be targeted too by the U.S. and Israel. It is being targeted, but the entire chaos which is being created at the Strait of Hormuz too will disrupt this trade routes, and obviously that will impact oil prices and gas prices. So I think the volatile condition for the next days to weeks with regard to the world energy prices will be there, and that we'll have to deal with. And obviously it's a matter of concern for the international community too, the kind of situation this entire Middle East region is in. But as of today, this war is likely to go on, and the intensity of this war might even go bigger, because as you look at the U.S. operations, they are very much determined to degrade as much as they can to the Iranian military capabilities.
Right, all right. Stay on with me, Mr. Srivastav. Some more breaking news, in fact, now coming in. US President Donald J. Trump has made